I am a billionaire CEO. This time I deliberately hid my identity to visit my hometown. I dressed simply to stay low-key, but was still mocked by my relatives. My cousin even acted high and mighty, just because he got a job at the top company in the country. At his younger brother's college celebration, he publicly humiliated our whole family. Little did he know, he was about to pay a painful price. Because my real identity is the legendary richest man. The group I founded is a global leader. Back then, I only graduated from a vocational school. Now I've finally made my mark. That day, one of my assistants handed me a list of outstanding graduates. I was just about to read it when my father called. He said my cousin got into a prestigious university. I was about to congratulate him when I suddenly saw that my cousin had come to apply for a job at my company. I thought it's hard to find work these days, and since he's family, I told my assistant to hire him directly. I even planned to arrange a scholarship for his younger brother. Unexpectedly, my kindness was repaid with betrayal on the day of the celebration. To keep a low profile, I wore plain clothes, but the moment I entered, my uncle's family started mocking us. They proudly flaunted having 2 college students. Their words were full of contempt for me and my father. My cousin even waved his admission letter around to show off. When it was our turn, my uncle stopped us, afraid we'd dirty that letter. They mocked me for being stuck in factory work forever. I explained I now run a small business, but they assumed I just started a street stall. Then came endless ridicule. I didn't want my father to lose face. I was just about to reveal my identity, but right then, my cousin strutted in arrogantly, boasting about joining the richest company, claiming he earned $1 million a year. I couldn't help but laugh inside, because that company is mine. I also remembered he still owed us a huge debt. 10 years ago, he couldn't afford college, and it was my father who used his retirement savings to help him. Yet now my father remained soft-hearted, saying it was a joyful day, and he didn't want to bring up old debts. He even walked up to toast my cousin, hoping he could help me find a job. Those words inflated my cousin's ego. He mocked me publicly, saying a vocational school graduate like me wasn't even qualified to clean toilets at their company. My father still stayed calm and pleaded with him. Told me to say something nice too, but seeing my father so humble only made my cousin more arrogant. He even pushed my father to the ground. I couldn't take it anymore and stepped forward to fight back. But my father stopped me, saying there's no need to turn against someone who's doing well. Hearing this, my cousin got even more aggressive, saying he could earn in a year what I couldn't in a lifetime, then demanded I kneel and apologize. I looked at his ugly face and finally had enough. I told him education is just the first step. Society is the real university. That precious degree he's so proud of means nothing in front of real power. But to my relatives, that sounded like a joke. My cousin laughed like crazy, saying someone like me had no right to lecture him. Even my uncle and the neighbors joined in, saying I must have picked up nonsense from some rich man's speech. Then my cousin got cocky again, saying his future was hundreds of times better than mine. He waved his phone and bragged that one call from him would ruin me and my father. Right after he said that, his phone rang. It was a call from the general manager of the top group. He was thrilled when he heard the GM was coming to deal with us. My father was so scared he collapsed to the ground, but none of them knew that the CEO of that group